What's that incoming? Is it the 2024 Children's Book Mastery Summit?
It is, and we've got a sneak preview. Hello and welcome to the Writing Momentum Podcast. I'm Christopher Maselli, here with my wife, Gena.
Hi there.
And-
We're so glad you're here.
Yeah, and we're excited, and we have something a little bit different.
Okay.
Now, normally on the podcast, we just talk about stuff.
We talk, we kind of share, we kind of teach, we kind of do a little mini training. This is different.
This today, we have a sneak peek of one of our favorite events that happens every year. It's the 2024 Children's Book Mastery Summit. This is put on by our friend Karin, and she does a really great job. She's bringing in 25 of some of the best authors and speakers and people who do things in the children's book market. And you can learn from them at this summit. And hey, we got a sneak peek into everything going on.
Yeah, well, not only that, but Karin Ferreira is a good friend of ours, and we have had the privilege of being part of the Children's Book Mastery Summit for a couple of years now.
That's right.
And so we are going to be part of this. But you know what? We're not just teaching at it or talking and training in it. We are also, I've gotten my ticket.
Yeah, we are attending it as well. Yeah. And so this is really cool because you bring in 25 people, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's going to be 25 sessions. What are the dates that it happens? I'll tell you what, for those of you who are listening, we're going to tell you what we're seeing in this preview here. But if you're viewing this on YouTube or on our website, you'll be able to actually see what we're looking at. So we're going to jump over here to the screen of the website that's just dropped.
Yeah.
And you can see on here, it's a free 5-day summit. Oh, that's right. It's free.
It is free.
Wow. Now, we talked last week about how important it is to invest in your writing. In this case, it doesn't even cost anything. As long as you watch them in real time, all it costs is your energy and your time to learn this, which is important. But I'll tell you, this is one of those investments that is well worth it.
This is well worth it. It's happening July 22nd through the 26th. And it's all online, so you don't even have to go anywhere. You don't have any travel expenses. It's all online. And Karin just does such a great job, and she has brought together people. And what I love about this summit is that we have said before many times that writing is a business. Your writing is a business. Even if you just do it kind of for fun on the side, there is a business element to it. And at some point, if you publish, you have to think about all of that. And Karin knows that. And so she is bringing together people who are going to talk about the craft of writing, the publishing of children's books. She's also talking about the marketing and sales of children's books. She's talking about the productivity of how do you treat your book writing as a business.
There's also some really good tech classes. They're going to cover AI. They're going to cover some apps that are really great to use.
Let's jump in.
So this, as it says here, it's about a $1,100 value. I don't doubt that. When you count all these people time, they're putting together their classes, well worth it. Again, there's 25 people. It's from July 22nd to 26th. Now, tell you this. If you want to get your ticket, you can go to wmdeal.com/2024CBM. Okay. I know that's a mouthful. We'll have a link somewhere around this video. Look around and we've got it there for you. It's a direct link that'll make it so that you can go ahead and get a free ticket to this entire summit. It won't cost you a thing. Now, she does allow you to, if you want to, you can purchase these at a premium package.
There's a premium package.
Yeah, and the premium package gives you this. It gives you not only the ability to watch the videos later on your own time, and again if you want to, but she's also putting in a bunch of really great items or of full value. So for instance, you'll get a full month of our Writing Momentum membership just by joining the summit and getting that premium package. But if you just want to join the summit and that's it, you can do that too. So let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
So here on the website, again, that's wmdeal.com/2024CBM. What a mouthful. All right. So Karin is hosting it. And you want to tell them a little bit about Karin?
Karin is, she is the CEO of GetYourBookIllustrations.com. We've had Karin on our podcast before, And she's talked about helping independent authors who want to illustrate and publish their own children's picture books. And so she has a company that she helps with that. But she also does training. She has a membership herself that she does training specifically for the children's book market.
That's
So
right. It's kind of like a mentorship kind of training. Really, really good stuff. And um, uh, the illustrations that her book, the Get Your Book Illustrations does are fabulous. We've had some
oh my
friends who've
gosh.
taken advantage of them. We told them about it, and they said, "Okay, we'll go ahead and try it." And wow, are they good?
Yeah, they are. The thing about Karin's company that she has, the Get Your Book Illustration, is that she works, from my understanding, she works with illustrators all over the world.
Yeah.
And so there are all these different styles. So if you're an independent author and you're thinking, I want to publish my children's book, but I don't know an artist, or I know what style I want, but I don't know anybody who does that exact style, you can just kind of sift through all the different types of illustration that Karin has access to and the illustrators who do those different styles. So
Yep.
it's really a lot of fun. It's kind of like you can go on there and do a dream, you can do your dream wish list right there. One day I want a book that looks like that, and you can work on it. But let's get back to the children's book
Yeah.
mastery.
So if you get your free ticket, you also get a free playbook. What this playbook is a short book that just has some of the best tips from the sessions, I believe, that are in this whole summit. And so that's just a nice bonus that you get. Again, that doesn't cost you anything. It's going to start off with a kickoff party, which is kind of fun, that Karin's hosting. And then, oh, look, hey, I'm the first speaker this year. Whoa! I'm talking about writing by the numbers. I'm going to show you how powerful numbers are when it comes to your writing. Have you ever thought, man, I don't know how I'm going to finish a book that's 40,000 words. That will take forever. I'm going to show you how you can use those numbers to your advantage and break it down to where you're going to find, man, I might be able to finish something like that in just a month or two. Like,
If you're
it's kind of
someone
crazy.
who enjoys systems, Chris is definitely somebody who works to crack the code on systems and
That's true.
productivity.
Yeah.
So if you are that kind of person, or if you just want to be inspired, I think that session that you give, you've talked about this before with our membership site, with
Yes.
our memberships, and you've walked them through, what does it mean? How does a little bit writing a little every day really add up, and how can you make the most of that? So
Yeah, that's
that
good.
was beautiful.
Then she's let's see, they've got Daniel is I'm not gonna say everyone's last names because I know I'm gonna butcher some of the names. So I'm just gonna say their first. Is that okay? That's not cheating, is it?
It's kind of cheating.
I'm sorry. I didn't say my first name. Well, no, I think I did at the beginning of the
Okay,
podcast.
let me help you out here. Daniel David Wallace is going to be talking about character first writing, which is going to be discovering the power of character first writing to create an emotionally resonant story.
That's good. Yeah. I think so many times I love plot, but so many times we get so wrapped up in just making sure the plot's correct that we forget that our characters have to have a depth to them to make that story really live long. So he's going to talk about Sandra Beckwith.
Yes, she's talking about the 3 easiest ways to get author and book publicity. Okay,
That's
you guys who are looking for tips on marketing, you definitely want to tune into this because publicity, PR, this is an area that Chris and I are learning more and more about. And it's just really powerful.
Yeah, and she's an award-winning publicist, and so you'll want to hear what she has to say. She's got some really interesting insights that you'll enjoy.
And she says that she's going to share shortcuts, shortcuts to success. We all love those,
We like
right?
the shortcuts. And then we have the business of being an author. This is, here's the thing. Being an author today, it is a business.
Yeah.
You can't just think, oh, we're just going to do our writing and that's it. It is full-on business. And this is taught by Alexa Bigbor, right?
Yes, core. And well, we could go on and on about why writing today is a business, and it is regardless of whether you are traditionally or independently published. You have to get in the game. You can't just think, oh, I'm going to go write out in my cabin in the woods and send off my manuscript and it's going to, do whatever. It's going to sell. You have to get in there. Even if you are being traditionally published, you got to get out there and you got to work it.
This next session is also a marketing session. This is interesting. This is from Derek
Doker?
Doker, I think. And he's talking about influencer marketing for authors. And this is interesting. It's not how you're being an influencer, but it's how to identify the right influencers and get them to help promote your work. Man, I'll tell you, one of the biggest questions we get is, how do I sell my book? And there are some new ways to do that through things like influencer marketing, and getting insights into that, super valuable. That ought to be a good session. All right, that's on the first day. So that'll be next on Monday the 22nd. Are those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sessions? And then the next day on Tuesday we start off with
a session that you're kind of interested to hear what he has to say, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm
Gary
interested in this
Williams.
because we've had some people ask us about AI when it comes to writing, because AI is basically getting into everything we use, right? Every app that I use has an AI feature now. We are not getting away from this. They are building this now into the operating systems of our computers, right? Just this last month, Apple, and then the month before that, Google announced, and Microsoft, how they're building it into their operating systems. This is just becoming a part of our lives. So how can we use AI ethically as writers to help with our productivity without crossing a line? And so I think this will be a really good session, and he's going to talk about how to enhance your writing process. I look forward to that.
Yeah. Well, and Marcy Pusey is Plotting Perfection, How to Create Strong Picture Book Stories.
Mhm.
There's a lot of people who think that writing children's picture books is easy. Getting a story with a 3-act structure done in 32 pages with short copy is not always as easy as it may seem. And so this would be a good one.
Yeah, this ought to be good. And then we have Krista Safarova. She's talking about 9 types of stories to build connection with readers.
Mhm.
So yeah, a lot of times, we write off of our fancy, not kind of really focusing on what will connect with readers, what will draw them in. And she's going to cover that.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Even if you've got a manuscript you started, to run your manuscript through that litmus test of, is it going to with readers?
Right. And that emotional connection, especially when you're dealing with writing for kids, because remember, you're not just writing to small adults. You're writing to children who are at different developmental stages. And so you have to understand how to connect with them when you're writing picture books in a way by understanding what really probably their wants, their needs, what their expectations are, what their thought processes are. There's a lot to that. So definitely check that one out.
Next is Shelby Lee. She's got the social media marketing for authors. Hey, got to market, got to use social media. How do you do it? What platform should you use? How do you build your author brand? How do you engage with your audience? She's going to cover that. That looks like it's probably going to be a good introductory session to that. And a lot of us need that. So that sounds like a really, really good one. Yeah.
And then Bethany Barony.
This is the next day on day 3.
Day 3. So crafting compelling characters and character transformation.
Another good character one.
Another good character one. And remember, this is for children's books. But now I do want to point out that when we talk about children's books, that's not just picture books, is it, Chris?
No. Children's books is everything from board books, right, that kids like to chew on as they read it, all the way up through young adult novels. So if you are writing any kind of children's book, even young adult, right, something that you're like, oh, teenagers will like this, you want to have compelling characters, you want to have transformation. And Beth is a wonderful teacher, and I think you'll really like what she's going to teach in this session.
Yeah, and I also love to do a shout out for children's nonfiction because, oh my gosh, children's nonfiction, it was like, because you guys know I'm a homeschooling mom, so I have worked with my kids. Our kids are older now.
Yeah.
They're more teenagers. But when I discovered nonfiction children's book, it was like the holy grail of our elementary education, because it was just so much fun to have them bring science, technology, history, math, just all of these different things, and bring them to life through these nonfiction picture books.
And nonfiction books use fiction techniques to bring that nonfiction to life. So you'll want to learn from a session like this. I think you'll like it.
Oh, Ariel. Oh, I'm going to mess up her name. Ariel Howie.
So,
how to work with an illustrator. That's so important for those of you, not only for those of you who are doing picture books, but if you have any kind of illustration in your book, you may be doing a chapter book, which has fewer illustrations. You may be writing a YA novel, but you'd like to have some illustrations at the end of the chapters or something. That will be helpful too, to sit there, to learn from someone exactly how to work with an illustrator.
Speaking of which, the next session is Tamara Dever, and now she's going to talk about book design, the ins and outs in terms of all the different parts of design. Because when you get into it, you start realizing, oh, it's not just getting a picture. It's thinking about bleed and trim and gutter and typography and layout techniques, right? All of these things are important. And even if you're not doing it yourself, you want to understand these terms and how they work in book design so that you can work with that illustrator, as Ariel was talking about. So I would attempt both those sessions if you're doing any kind of book with illustrations with design to it, which is pretty much any book.
Yeah. And Maria Dismondy,
Yeah.
An Insider's Guide to Getting Traditionally Published. I know there are some of you out there who really have your heart set on getting traditionally published. So you definitely want to check that out, because the traditional publishing market is really changing a lot. A lot. There's a lot of kind of condensing and different houses that are building or buying one another up. And so you want to learn about that. So definitely check that out if traditional publishing is on the horizon.
Yeah, and there's a lot of authors that don't want to self-publish. They want to try traditionally publishing. And so this is good to find out with the state of where it's at today. And then, I know this next author real well. Her name is Gena. Hey, that's you. And why don't you tell everyone what you're talking about?
Okay, so I talked about how to develop an audience through email marketing. You guys know we've talked a lot about email marketing on this podcast for authors. And so I really go through some of the tips, why email marketing is so important, how to make the most of it, what are some ways that you can build your list. So I go through a lot of those answering those different questions on it, and just really hopefully helping people know, you guys know that for us, we believe email marketing is where it is at for authors, because you want to be able to develop a relationship with your readers. And the way that you can do that is through just a regular email newsletter. And so definitely check that out.
It'd be so good. Now, if you've been listening to this and you're like, okay, I'm sold. There's so many good here. We're not selling you on anything. This thing is free. It's absolutely free. It's called the Children's Book Mastery Summit. Go to wmdeal.com/2024CBM, and we'll have the link somewhere around this video, and you'll be able to get your free ticket. You'll get your free bonus that has a bunch of tips for children's book writers, and you can also check out, if you're interested in the premium package, where you can keep the videos, watch them at your convenience. It's got a bunch of bonuses, including a free month of the Writing Momentum membership. Whew, that's a lot. We're not even done. We've still got a couple days left here. Yeah.
And Laura Backus is leading one of the sessions on how to write classic children's books that stand the test of time. And you guys know I have a stack of books that our kids had. I am not letting them go.
She won't let him go. We have bookshelves, and we're like, no one's going to read those books anymore. They're on to other books, right? Other newer, different old books for older kids. And she's like, never getting rid of them.
We're never getting rid of them. And I have a feeling that once our children have children, they will probably be coming home to wrestle me for them.
Yes, probably so. All right. Then we have Matthew Ziranek, and he's going to talk about how to design a winning author website. Hey, as an author, you got to have a website. You've got to have a website. It's not just your calling card, but it can be a way to connect with your readers. We have found that our website is a way for people to find out about us, but it's also a way to connect and watch this podcast, to find out about our membership, right? To find out about our books. And so if you're wanting to design an award-winning site, check out Matthew's session. It sounds like a good one.
Can I do a plug for you here?
Sure.
Do you think people realize that you do author
Yeah.
website design?
We do. We do author website design as part of writing momentum, and I have done it just by myself for years. I've now built a small team where we help authors with websites. And so, yeah, if you need an author website, go ahead and let me know at writingmomentum.com. Just go to the form there, and you can send me an email. Would love to help you build yours. We try to make them very portable. We make them with the latest technology, and that's not what this is about. But we're glad to let you know. All right, how about Lorna Bailey?
Lorna Bailey, simplifying your author business with systems and processes.
I guarantee you I'm going to this.
I know. I told you guys, systems and processes, it's his love language.
Yeah.
So.
Here's why. I have learned that productivity often boils down to having systems. If you just try to say, I'm going to be productive, you're going to burn yourself out. But if you can build systems and processes and use the right tools and apps, you can 10 times what you do with your writing and with your business. I would attend this session as I would attend every session. Really good. All right, what's next?
And then Ray Green, the tech side of being an author.
More good tech. He's talking about websites, blogs, funnels. Hey, if y'all been listening to our podcast anytime, you know we love the marketing funnel because it's a big part of helping you start a relationship with people who want to know you and your writing. And so, yes, get a good introduction to that there, as well as listen to the podcast because we talk about that a lot. This is good stuff. And then Lawrence O'Brien is talking about the art of book presentation for promotion. It said Lawrence shares expert insights on how to prepare your book for successful promotion, and he's going to share how to optimize your presentations for sales. That's kind of, we have to pitch our books a lot of times at conferences or to editors or to even people, right? If you're going to present something somewhere, that could be an interesting session.
Definitely.
I'm interested to see where he comes with that.
There's a lot of people also who they are part of like book event, like book promotion events, where it's just kind of open to the public and people can come through and see the different books that are out there and what they are. They can meet authors. So I'm sure that this is probably going to give you some ideas. And that's what a lot of this is going to be. You're just going to walk away more educated, but it also might, on the marketing side, give you some ideas for, okay, what is it that I can do that feels right to me? You're not going to want to do everything, but when it comes to promotion, sometimes when we say promotion, it sounds scarier than it is. And as you get into it, you realize, okay, maybe I'm not going to be the headliner speaker yet of a big conference, but you know what? I can go maybe promote at a small book lovers event, or I can do something online. And so anyway, this is just a way for you to get some ideas for book promotion.
That's the first 20. We have 5 more left. So stick with us. 5 more. Right. That's the first 20 though. You could, so what she's doing, Karin's doing 5 people a day. So you could see how you could spend your whole week and just immerse yourself in the children's book writing world. I love that. Love it. All right. What's Karin talking about on day 5?
Karin's talking about mastering show, don't tell. I think this is it's a classic talk, but it is such a needed talk because it's one of those things that sometimes I know for me personally, I've had to go through a process of understanding what I thought sometimes that I was showing when actually I was telling. And I actually worked with a coach on that. And she brought it to light for me and she helped me see it. And so now I have some more education on that. We talked about that last week about investing. I worked with a coach and she enlightened me to maybe something that I could do better. And so I know Karin's going to do that as well.
This is one of those craft sessions you really don't want to miss because even if you think, I don't do that, go to this session. This will help build those synapses in your brain so that you will see when you're doing this kind of thing every single time. I love attending sessions like this and sharpening myself to this because it always makes me a better writer.
It really does because a lot of times when you go to sessions like this, it'll sit there in the back of your mind. And there's even been times when I've heard someone talk about something that it hasn't completely clicked. But as my mind is working on it, all of a sudden I'm like, oh, it totally makes sense. And that's what that person was talking about. And so Yeah, go and listen and absorb as much as you can because it'll come back.
All right, next is our friend CJ Anya. Now, CJ is talking about how to use Plotter for children's book authors. So Plotter is an app that CJ has built. He's a real good guy. He's a great company, and this helps you outline your book and plot it on your computer, which is really nice. And it uses a lot of, you can like pull in templates of some of the best book plotting techniques and use them here. If you're interested in Plotter, you can go to writing.fyi/plotter. That's PLOTTR. And we have a link there to an exclusive lifetime deal on that app. It's really great. So CJ Anya, how to use Plotter for children's book authors. And then what?
April Cox is talking about the authorpreneur mindset. So once again, we're talking about treating your writing like a business.
Yeah.
And boy, start that early. Start doing that early. I'm not saying that you need to get caught up in a whole bunch of business processes when you're just writing your first book, but be laying that groundwork now so that as your business grows, so does your processes in the way you approach it.
And then we have one more here. This is Lisa Furlan. She's talking about how to succeed at crowdfunding. Let me say that again. How to succeed at crowdfunding for children's book authors. You know what crowdfunding is? It's creating online campaigns so that you can have people who will fund your book to be written. And then you've already got a built-in audience who are going to be purchasing the book. This is becoming well, it has been for a little while now, a very popular way for authors to get their books to take off and to get them sold before they even write them. I mean, think about that. Would you like to have your book sold before you write it? This could be a really interesting session to go to. I encourage you to check that one out too. And that is all 25 of the children's book mastery sessions that are happening next week, July 22nd to 26th. You can go to wmdeal.com/2024CBM, find the link around this video, click on that. You'll get your free ticket. You'll also get a free playbook that has a bunch of tips in it. You can also check out the premium pass that lets you watch those videos at any time you want, and it has a whole bunch of bonuses, including a free month of the Writing Momentum membership.
Yeah, we would love to see you there. So definitely check this out. We're so excited to be part of it, so thankful to be part of it. And we hope that this just really encouraged you in your writing and in your writing business and in your publishing, just all of it.
Man, do I actually have to wait till next week for this thing?
know.
I'm excited.
No
I want to watch it now.
We hope you've enjoyed this session episode of the Writing Momentum podcast. And just hopefully you will really enjoy that Children's Book Mastery Summit. We really hope that you will take advantage of this free ticket.
Yes.
And
we will see you there because together
we have Writing Momentum.
Bye.